Good evening, everybody. How you all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. It is 7:51 p.m. Central Time. Give me a few minutes. Now, I have a question for the audience. This is something I've noticed that it's kind of strange thing with these so-called Facebook Live. Like when I go live, typically you get the notification if you subscribe to my live streaming, whether through Facebook and whatnot. So this weekend I posted an image post about the SEO series, and for some reason, people commenting, what do you call it, on that post, asking, what is the links, and I basically said it's going to be on my online business owner's Facebook page, and it's also going to be on my personal Facebook. But for some reason, I don't know, like when you go to my personal Facebook or the online business page, you don't see it. What's going on there? Because I've seen several people like telling me that they're not able to find the video, or is it that you don't know how to find the video? Just go to my personal Facebook or the online business owner Facebook page, and when I go live, it's gonna be there. You know what I mean? So I did the live streaming with my business partner Imran from Chicago, and he posted it on his personal, on his business page, and I shared it. We were using a StreamYard, and we shared it on I shared it on my personal and another group, and they were seeing it, and a business page. But just let me know if you're all like having the same issue. Like when I go live, do you see any notification that I went live? Because I know I'm using a third party system to make it go live. So just let me know how is that working? Are you getting notification when I say it's on my page? Hey, uh, Florencio, thank you for tuning in. So let me know, are you able to see the notification? Or if I ask you to go to my page, for example, if I ask you to go to my page, can you see it? Right? I mean, are you having a confusion? Like, where can you find it? Because I find it confusing. Like, Eric, what's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning in. Like, I find it confusing. Like, I'm like, what do you mean you can't find it? It's on my Facebook page. And I'm just telling my friend right now. He was, I told my business partner, hey, I'm going live, and he was like, send me the link. I'm like, dude, it is on my Facebook. Just go to my Facebook. Jonathan, thank you for tuning in. So if you all have any question this evening on digital marketing, please feel free to ask. Anything you need help with, you're stuck with your self-hosted WordPress, you don't know how to do SEO, you don't know how to do online ads, Google, Bing, social media ads, content, email marketing, landing pages. Feel free to ask, because I got one of the questions that I got that I have to talk a little bit about YouTube marketing, or how to utilize the YouTube basically to get to increase visibility and whatnot. So if you're going to talk about the subject of YouTube, you all feel free to ask anything. Throw me any question you got about anything you're struggling with. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about a little bit in a few minutes about the subject of YouTube, right? So if you are going to utilize YouTube channel, YouTube videos to basically either build your brand, build your hobbies, or using it for your business, there are a few things you have to look into or take into consideration. Okay, I mean, the first thing going to be like, how can I increase visibility for my YouTube channel? And if you do things organically, it's going to take some time, just to let you know. It's not going to be fast like how used to happen, like, a decade ago. Okay, so that's the first thing you have to understand, that you need to focus on increased visibility. You need to understand that there's some tools out there that can help you, and how to do a proper keyword research to basically put content like on the description area, and how to use proper tags for your YouTube posts, and how to come up with interesting titles and whatnot, right? Then important areas within the analytics, like what do I need to look in the YouTube analytics to understand what's exactly going on, right? And last but not least, it's the YouTube rule. You gotta go back through their terms of service and privacy policy, the COPPA, and all the new stuff that they keep changing and posting, and the crazy thing with the censorship that they've been putting it out there recently. I mean, it's been going on quite some time, but it wasn't that heavy. Right now, it's like completely super heavy in terms of censoring something that disagrees with the specific entities of so-called organizations and interest group in politics, unfortunately, but it's happening. Um, so that's the first thing you have to kind of think about, those points that I mentioned, right? How can I increase visibility? What are the tools I need to use? How to do proper keyword research, and what are the keyword research tools, and what to look for in analytics, and what's the latest in terms of update in the analytics itself within the YouTube, right? So that's the first idea. So the second thing, when it comes to planning and strategy, this is where, okay, you set up the channel, it matches all the social channels, it matches the website, and now you have to come with the plan and a strategy for that plan, right? So what are you gonna do, right? Hey Dane, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. So what are you gonna do with the YouTube planning and strategy, for example? I mean, if you want to create so-called valuable content with consistency, the question becomes to you then, what is a valuable content? Watch dog pest control is a mess. What happened? Let me check that real quick. 1 second. Welcome back, my man. Haven't seen it for a while. What happened to the website? Let me see. Looks nice to me, but that bug is freaking me out. What is the issue, my man? You said is a mess. Let me know. Can you be more specific, Dane? Can you be more specific? Like, what is a mess? What is a challenge? My buying keywords are tanking. Okay, well, I wouldn't know why. I mean, it could be seasonal. It could be because of the so-called what's happening nowadays. Everything else is fine. Just the buying keyword are tanking. What kind of keywords are like going down? And blog posts are great, excellent. So when you run ads, remember, when you run Google Ads, it's not going to be always consistent in terms of impressions and clicks. They are going to change from time to time, from month to month. So what you need to do, if you been running the ads for, like, let's say 2 years, go back, do a comparison from last year, and check and see what happened in August of last year. If it's the same thing, then it's just your target audience behavior. Make sense? That's what I'm assuming. So try to do that. That's one option. The second option is pest control. Yeah, the second option is, I wouldn't know just like this. I really have to get some sort of access to your ad and run some sort of assessment, you know what I mean, to see exactly what's going on. All right. So let me get back. No ads. Oh, you're talking about organic. So what do you mean? Like the page is going on the second, the links are going on the second page for that keyword? Same thing. Run the comparison from last year. When you go to your analytics, do a yearly comparison from last year. Even go back 3 years and check and see what happens in month of August if it did the same thing. Do that at least. Okay. Keep your question coming in while I'm going to explain this. Edward, my man, how you doing, man? How to set up a Google hotel ads. The first thing you have to do when you log into the Google Ads, you have to do the research. Well, before that, you have to ask the proper question. Okay, I guess you're talking about your client, right? Edward, I think you're asking about your client's hotel ad. You have to ask them a question like, how many booking they need on a monthly basis. What's their budget? And let's see, if they have some ideas on keywords for their brand and whatnot, they can give you some. Then once you log into the Google Keyword Planner or the Google AdWord, you have to do the research. So if they said they want like 100 sign up a day, then based on your Google AdWord research, then you can find out the price for the clicks and whatnot. Then you can go back and tell them, okay, if you want 100 booking, it's going to cost you this much, right? And these are the several the relevant keywords and phrases and whatnot. Then you have to come up with a plan to do an ad copy, and you're going to charge them a monthly fee based on that. Makes sense, but that's a lot of research. Okay, so let's go back on planning and strategy. So when you create a valuable content with consistency, the content has to be impactful, beneficial to your target audience. So we're talking about like what kind of content, like tips kind of content, how-to type of content, educational type of content, tutorials, interviews, and testimony, right? So that's your plan. So you're going to make a plan, what kind of content you're going to put on a consistent basis. Then you have to come with a strategy. Second thing is how can you optimize the videos, because just like building a content, building a website, putting a social media channels, all has to be optimized properly, right? When it comes to the YouTube videos, you got to make sure that you do the proper keyword research, do the title tag, description, call to action, interesting titles. You can use the CoSchedule's headline analyzer. It really helps. You can try using answerthepublic.com to get some interesting topics, or you can go to Quora for Q&A subjects, right? And then after that, you're gonna basically focus on getting traffic to your videos, YouTube videos, so you can get the traffic from there to your website, right? Because again, you're using the YouTube video for your business, which is your website, and not just to be a fan or YouTuber, right? So that's a whole different subject if you want to be a YouTuber. Then you have to focus on engagement, interaction, because YouTube is considered a social media. It is a social media channel, right? So how can I make the? One second. You should text him because I couldn't hear you. He probably was knocking forever. No, I just came. You just came? All right, good. I'm live right now. All right, where were we? So those are the planning, those are the strategy. Okay, so those are some of the ideas. So we talked about some of the ideas before the planning and strategy, that what you need to focus on. And then we talk about planning and strategy. So let's go ahead and dive into how to increase the visibility for YouTube videos. And again, if things are organic, you have to understand it's going to take some time. Okay, it's not going to be like it might take a year or two, because it's organic, and especially you have so many competition out there, right? So you got to be very patient. Unless you want to invest in ads, like in YouTube ads, to get more subscribers, then that's going to be a different subject. So now, how can we increase visibility? First, this is the most important and the most common mistake that most people do when they start a YouTube channel or videos. You have to use a thumbnail. A thumbnail must have, it has to stand out. If you make a thumbnail, which is a graphic image for your videos, right? Don't use a similar color to YouTube colors. Like maybe yellow background, big text, easy to read, your big face, right? So use significant text within the thumbnail, not like too small and paragraph and nobody can read it. Like in a big 3-4 words and that's it. And use keyword or question-based titles. Okay, because right now I'm sharing on some of the ideas on how to increase. What is it? You can take it, man. Who cares, man? All right. So now we're talking about how to increase the visibility. So start with a thumbnail, make it stand out. Don't use colors similar to YouTube colors. Use significant text within the thumbnail and use keywords or question-based titles, right? Then when it comes to the tool, you can use keywordtool.io, because keywordtool.io has an option for YouTube tab. You click on it and tap the keyword and it will give you the most popular but titles for the YouTube videos. As I mentioned before, you can also use Answer the Public, my favorite site so far, or the Google Keyword Planner for keyword research. You can also use keywordseverywhere.com. It's a Chrome extension to help you get more relevant key phrases and keyword that you're going to put in on the title or the description. once you put the video, make sure that you start with an introduction in the description area. You need to add like a relevant keyword within your description. Mention the link of your website. This is another mistake that I see a lot of businesses do with YouTube. They never mention the link of their website in the description. For description, you need to write something that is, enticing. For example, like a step-by-step guideline idea. So let me give you an example. So if you have a video on yoga, in the description, you're going to say, for more information, click the link. Then after that, you're going to say a step-by-step guide on how to start a basic yoga for beginners. This video will show you how to implement a yoga technique to improve your health. It's like a short, small blog that you're explaining what is the video about. And you're doing this because not just, of course, the user going to just watch the video, but it's also good for the YouTube's SEO. Make sense? So do that. Then you can, you know how sometimes when you read the description it says, read more. So that means if you show more, that means you can put as many content as you want. So add more content. That way the visitors can actually click on show more because they might check your other social channels or more information or links or refer site. And some YouTubers make money because they do a review on products and they put the links, the affiliate links on the description, right? So mention in the description that why this video is important and how the viewers will benefit from this video. I mean, you can write it like around 200 words and so far, right? Then add the link in the beginning of the description and also at the end. I know it's redundant, but it's also good to get the click to the website. Make sure you put a call to action there. And don't forget to add a playlist for your YouTube channel. Okay? We're still talking about increasing visibility, so make sure you write down these notes. On the subject of the video, if you have like a, for example, beginner's guide on YouTube, you can put like maybe beginner's guide within two bracket, that's something that helps on the title because it's different, it catches the attention. So you can use brackets in your YouTube title videos. Okay? When you write the title for the YouTube videos, make sure it's between 40 to 50 characters, not longer than that. And make sure you use proper tags. Tags are the keyword, the relevant keyword for the video. For that, you need to use a TubeBuddy, best tool out there that can help you to find tags from your competitor and which tags work so they can put it on your YouTube tag so you can get the exposure, visibility, or increase in visibility and traffic. And don't forget to, don't forget to select the proper category, okay? Then you're gonna share your YouTube channel on other social media sites. You're gonna mention the key phrase or the keyword within the video. If it's a beginner's yoga step-by-step guide, you're gonna mention several times, maybe like few, but at least you'll mention once or twice. You can also upload the transcript of your YouTube video, okay? Like by using the closed captioning, because YouTube automatically will create the closed captioning. You go back to the YouTube Studio settings and pull the caption and adjust it and fix it. Then you can take the YouTube video itself and put it on your website as a blog and have the transcript for the search engine to basically index those content, right? Feature your videos on your blog, as I mentioned, with the full transcript. It's going to help you both ways, okay? Because how YouTube ranks your videos, basically, that's a good question. By an increase in engagement, which are comments, likes, and subscribers. So the more subscribers you get, the more commenting takes place, the more likes. That's the algorithm, okay? All right, so those are the tips that I just talked about. Mostly deals with how to increase visibility of your YouTube videos. And as I'm going to mention this again, it takes time if you do things organically. I don't know how long. A year, or 2 or 5 months, it depends. But don't expect fast results unless if you want to spend a lot of money on YouTube ads. When it comes to helpful tools, you can use Canva to make the thumbnail, or you can use TubeBuddy to make the thumbnail. And don't forget, Answer the Public, KeywordSEverywhere.com, Google Keyword Planner, and KeywordTool.io. Okay? Any questions out there in terms of how to increase visibility? Let's see. No? Okay. So today we're just going to keep it short. Dan, if you're still around, message me in Facebook. Let me know if you have any more questions. Andrew, I think you are. Let me know if I was able to answer your question. Okay. All right, so we talked about increased visibility. Unless y'all have still any more questions, let me know. Now, how to do proper keyword research for YouTube content, right? So you can use question-based search term like in how and when and why. You can look at, if you go to Google directly and just type the keyword, you can see the auto-complete search. You can look at those. You can look at see what titles are popular, what titles are popular using the Answer the Public, for example. You can also go to YouTube search box and do a search, and you can get the auto search, result and see what kind of content you can basically look into. Okay. So now, when it comes to analytics, YouTube has its own analytics, and there are so many categories. So I'm going to ask you to focus on some of them. I mean, if you want to learn all of them, that's fine, but focus on one of some of the important areas in the YouTube ad, like watch time, view clicks, average view duration, the demographic, how many subscribers, how many impression, from what devices they're coming from, what's the audience retention means, are they coming back to watch it, what are the likes and dislikes, videos on the playlist, which one they're watching, look at how many comments you're getting and how many sharing. So you can view all these analytics within the YouTube analytics on the dashboard. Okay. And that's about it. When it comes to the rules, don't forget to go through the privacy policy. I know last year they came with, I don't know, was this year or last year, they came with the so-called COPPA, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act and whatnot. You got to make sure that all the videos, if it's not meant for kids, just say it's not meant for kids. So you have to go back on the, you have to log in to your YouTube, and you can set up to the channel level or per video. I would say just set up to the channel level. You can go to the settings, then I believe advanced setting, then look for audience, and from there select no. Okay. All right, so that's about it for today. If you still have any more questions, let me know. I'm just going to wait for a minute, and after that I will bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's just wait for a minute. Still reading that book? How far are you going?
Man, I'm so slow. 143.
143. So 500. I have 200. Yeah, I can finish that. I can finish that easy. A few days.
Just talk.
Give me that book.
I'll
finish it in 3 days.
3 days?
Easy.
Brag a lot.
Yeah, it's 200 is nothing.
Huh?
200 is nothing, man.
Okay. Do you really want to read it?
All right, folks. I'm busy, man. I don't have time to read right now. I read some other stuff. When you're done, then give it to me, okay? All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you all hopefully sometime this week. Don't forget to keep sending me those questions. I'll highly appreciate it. And if you all enjoyed this today, share and tag. And that's it. See you all later. Bye-bye.